Dreams or nightmares are common for everyone. But for people that have experienced a trauma, sometimes they can experience intrusive nightmares that almost get set on repeat. Hey, I'm Dr. McCleary, licensed clinical psychologist and Navy veteran. And my channel is dedicated to educating veterans, service members, and their families about mental health. So if that's you, consider subscribing. Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, can be a pretty complex disorder. 20 different symptoms at different levels, at different times, at different situations. It can get messy real quick if you are the one that's experiencing these symptoms, if you know somebody who's experiencing these symptoms, or even if you're a clinician that doesn't have knowledge or expertise in the area. So I'm here to simplify and clear it up for you. In this video, I'm going to briefly discuss unpleasant dreams related to the trauma. And I say related to the trauma because in order to be a symptom of PTSD, your dreams need to have either related content or related affect of the trauma that occurred. If you have a dream where a bunch of clowns are chasing you, sounds terrifying, but your trauma is about you almost drowning, well, you have to put together whether that is actually a symptom of PTSD or you just had a bad nightmare. How distressful the dreams are actually counts when we're looking at the severity of somebody's PTSD symptom here. So for some individuals, they have a nightmare, kind of used to it, didn't wake them up, kind of no big deal at this point. For other individuals, they have a nightmare. It wakes them up every time. They wake up sweating. They wake up with scars from where they scratched themselves. They don't want to go back to sleep because of their nightmares. That's not the same type of nightmare. Sometimes the nightmares don't have to always have the same content. Our brain's kind of weird and kind of puts things together when we're not totally online. So the content doesn't always have to be the same, even though for many individuals it is. Their trauma happened in Afghanistan. Guess what? In their dream, they're back in Afghanistan. Okay. But sometimes it's the affect that is similar in the dreams. They felt like they were in an enclosed space in the dream. And in their trauma, maybe they got locked in an enclosed space for a long period of time. Okay. Well, that feeling is the same, but maybe the setting in the dream isn't the same. I've heard a lot of nightmares over the years, and many times it's not always just a recreation of the trauma that happened. But when you ask somebody about how they felt, it's exactly the same. That's a PTSD nightmare. If this video was helpful for you, and I hope that it was, please like it or consider subscribing to my channel if you want to learn more about PTSD and mental health. But more important than that, if this video was helpful for you, that means it can probably be helpful for another veteran or another friend or family member of a veteran. So I ask that you share it with them, because at the end of the day, that's really what all this is about. One veteran trying to help another.